just got home from Illinois. Lock the front door, oh boy. Got to sit down, take a rest on the porch. Imagination sets in, pretty soon I'm singing. Do, 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 looking out my back door. There's a giant doing cartwheels, statue wearing high heels. Look at all the happy creatures dancing on the lawn. Dinosaur Victrola, listening to Buck Owens. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Tambourines and elephants are playing in the band. Won't you take a ride on the flying spoon? Do, 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 wondrous apparition provided by magician. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Tambourines and elephants are playing in the band. Won't you take a ride on the flying spoon? Do-do-do, bother me tomorrow. Today I'll buy no sorrows. Do-do-do, looking out my back door. Forward troubles, Illinois. Lock the front door, oh boy. Look at all the happy creatures dancing on the lawn. Bother me tomorrow. Today I'll buy no sorrows. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, the Arbiter, and I'm back with more Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town. Let's get the game started. We'll load up the ROM. Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town. Here we go. Okay, we can run. That's working. Tool switching is working. I'm playing with a different controller, so I have to test everything. Alright, let's give the chocolate to our interns. Here you go, buddy. I just realized, chat, we have a problem. Emulation, tools. Emulation. Tools. Game pack sensors, game overrides. Now, where is the controller settings? Was it emulation? Solar sensor, mute, settings. Controller, here we go. Start. Okay, we now have select and start set up. So we still need to gain EXP for our fishing rod. We spent a shitload of gold on the previous day. I don't remember what it was on. Okay, so Timid has full hearts. Nappy has full hearts. Let's take care of all of our flock animals. What up, though? Not much. Spent most of the day doing job hunting, did some door dashing. Now we're just playing some Harvest Moon. We've got the interns taking care of the watering. Okay, I gotta be very careful. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, yep. That chicken is not happy now. How do you unabuse the chickens? Well, I mean, we go to confessional, and we admit to being cruel to our animals. And if our chicken gets sick from being unhappy and abused, we give it medicine. I feel bad, but I don't feel as bad because it was by complete accident. I misjudged how close the chicken was to the weed when I used the scythe. I'd feel really bad if I had just misclicked and hit the chicken with like no purpose in mind. How much dairy does that make now? To be fair, chickens are stupid like that, IRL. Yeah. So we're missing 1 milk. There we go. Now we have all of them. There it is. Now we dump all of this cheese into the shipping bin. Now let's go grab some chocolate and grass to give to the harvest sprites. We're gonna need 1 honey for the orange sprite. We're gonna need some chocolate. I don't remember how much. I think that's enough. You go crops, don't you? What a great endeavor that must be. I'm so busy with writing my books, I barely have time for field work. Hello, Arbiter. I was just remembering the time when Basil chased a butterfly off a cliff. Basil likes to go drinking at night. Men. Alright. Giving a gift to Anna. Grab some purple grass from here. Now we should be able to get into the Harvest Sprite's little hut. Theoretically. Nope, it's locked. We came too late. Well, what can you do? Put that away. Now let's go do some foraging. Oh, Mary's already in bed. I like staying up late at night, especially reading. Sometimes I wake up with my face in a book. I wish we could wake up together, but I know how hard you have to work. Aw. One, two, three, four. Five, six. Seven, 8, and then there's more stuff that we can forage down this way, but let's go and drop this stuff off in the fridge first. There we go. Now the question is, do we go and grab the forageables on the mountain, or do we not? I say we do. And now we head to bed. And now, what do we have for the weather tomorrow? Nice and sunny, perfect. We give chocolate to our interns. One, two. So I've seen some very brain-dead takes from certain influencers on the right lately. I was browsing the Twitter the other day, and Tim Pool was calling to ban antidepressants, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, Tim, you're a fucking moron. Those things save lives. The call to ban antidepressants is some of the most brain-dead shit I have ever seen. And Redeemed Zoomer has talked shit about antidepressants too, and in his case, I don't know what his problem is. Mental health is a legitimate issue. Bipolar disorder and depression are no joke. As someone who had to be hospitalized for both, I'd say it's like dangerous to encourage people who need medication to not take it, or to advocate for the banning of those medications. Tim Pool is the worst fence sitter. Yeah. The problem is, I like his content. He's not as much of a fence sitter as he used to be. I'd say that his friend Ian is actually worse than he is, because Ian seems to have like an emotional attachment to the left still, and will have some very knee-jerk reactions to certain right-wing proposals and ideas. I like Styx too. Although the worst I can say about Styx is that he comes across as a bit unhinged at times, but that's what makes him interesting. Hell, I come across as unhinged at times, though I do it for entertainment purposes. I want to entertain people by being unhinged. Alright, that should be all of the milk. Let me double check. Yes, we have all of the milk. Yeah, back on Redeem Zoomer though, the problem with Redeem Zoomer is he has like really good breakdown on complicated theological ideas for layman's, and then he has some of the most like brain-dead takes on other issues. Alright, let's go visit the other Harvest Sprites and give them grass. I think the overall issue with anti-DS are the over-prescribing of them. There are those who clearly need them, but it's something like 15% of the population is on them now. Yeah. And really, it's a damning indictment of the medical industry, how the public has lost trust in those meant to help them. And unfortunately, there's no good solution. Big Pharma needs to be taken down a peg, but we can't do that by socializing healthcare. But but unlike with a lot of issues where the left is just wrong, I don't really know of a solution that would fix the problem. That's a good alternative, and still adheres to the free market. Like, one solution would be to have, to allow the importing of pharmaceuticals from other companies, so that way the U.S. pharmaceutical industry would have to compete on a global scale. But that's like that's like gauze on a bullet, on a shotgun wound. You're gonna need, like, stitches and some surgery in addition to those gauze. ban the direct advertising of drugs to the public would be a good start. What would that do? What would that accomplish, though? And the more I think about it, the more I'm like... Oh, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Because talking about a drug should be a discussion between you and your doctor, not an advertisement for making you want to take it. See, but the problem with that is that that ignores the concept that people have agency and are smart enough to, like, look at advertisements objectively. I don't believe that I don't think marketing works the way a lot of people think it works. It's not just some magic force where you see it and you instantly want it. No. Usually what happens is when I see an advertisement, I ask myself, what practical use does this thing being marketed to me serve? Do I really want to try it out? And 9 times out of 10, no. Like, there have been a lot of products advertised to me on YouTube that I just do not give a shit about and don't want to see again. There have been a handful of YouTube ads where I've seen something useful and I decided to purchase it, but that was because I'm like, oh, yeah, that seems useful. Here we go. Like that motorized cat hole, for one. That's where we differ. I genuinely think that the majority of people are heavily influenced by ads. Like, here's another way to look at it. Do I eat at Jack in the Box because I like their advertising, or Carl's Jr. because I like their advertising? Fuck no! I eat there because I think their food tastes good. It's terrible for me, I know, but it does taste good. My decisions are actually more informed by media that I consume than by advertising. Like, the reason I would love to have a Cadillac Eldorado from the 1960s or 70s is because that was the car design that inspired Wario's car. The reason I have a bunch of Doctor Who memorabilia is because I think the design of stuff in Doctor Who is really damn cool. Looks like the field's been fully taken care of. That's good. Oh, we got a weed. I also don't get that thing where I see other people with something and I want it. No. Now, I know that a lot of people do have that thing where they see someone else with it and they think it's something and they want to have that thing. But that's just never been how my brain works. I was never one to envy my peers. Oh, cool! We can buy the Power Berry. 10,000 gold. But we can do it, definitely. How much do we have in gold? 165,000? Yeah, 165,000. Stayed, hoggy, timid, happy. Aqua and Stayed we probably should hire soon because I think our crops are getting ready to be harvestable. Let's give Mary some bluegrass. Yeah, but you're talking your subjective experience and applying it to the group. Billions of dollars would not be spent on ads, and the way things are advertised if it didn't sway the majority of people to buy. Research and numbers are out there to show this. Yeah, you're probably right. I do have a bit of a blind spot when it comes to thinking that other people have the positive traits that I do, when I should know damn well that they don't. Autism is like a superpower, but unfortunately the thing about superpowers is that very few people have them. The problem is if we ban advertising of one group or industry, that sets a precedent that we could do it for others. So imagine what the left would do with banning firearms and munitions marketing. It's just not a good idea. Again, never implement a policy that you don't expect your opponent to use against you, and never develop a weapon so terrible you wouldn't want your opponent to use it against you. Everything goes both ways. Not necessarily immediately, but as an eventuality, it's almost inevitable. That isn't good reasoning, then we shouldn't ban cocaine or abortion. Well, the difference between banning pharmaceutical ads and abortion is that one directly ends the life of a living being. The other doesn't involve ending anyone's life. As for the not banning cocaine, I am against the drug war. I think it's a colossal failure, and the better way to go about it would be to turn the drug war's resources into rehabilitation rather than punitive measures. I do agree that it is okay to set limits. Like, I don't think anyone should be like posting pictures of pornography in public. That's obscenity. But what I'm saying is we have to be careful about the precedents we set when setting limits. It's also why I think the idea of banning porn is a bad idea, because it didn't go over well for drugs or alcohol, and it would create a black market and only make the porn industry more exploitative. If these two this cow and sheep would separate, that would be great. Do we have all the milk? Yeah, we have all the milk. People are going to do it anyways, so make it safe is a leftist talking point. Okay, but that's not my argument. My argument is it didn't work with alcohol, it doesn't work with guns, why the hell would it work with other substances? My decisions are mostly informed by history, and not really a particular side of the aisle one way or the other. Except for maybe authoritarian versus libertarian. I will fully concede that I lean heavily libertarian on the political compass. The reason I oppose the left isn't because they're on the left. It's because they're just wrong about a lot of things. Though that doesn't mean they're wrong about everything. Like, back on the issue of drugs, do I think people should be doing drugs in public in the open air? Fuck no! They should be doing it, like... And should they be doing it if they have kids? Absolutely fucking not. That said, prohibition and rating hasn't really worked, so we gotta re-examine the issue. with alcohol is that it was already culturally established. It would be like banning coffee. Literally everyone agrees heroin is a bad and never been acceptable habit. It's not comparable. You make a decent point there. I am more in favor of banning drugs than I am banning porn. I'll say that. At the same time, though, I don't regret the I don't see the problem with America having legalized marijuana. And I think psychedelics are next up, culturally speaking. They're still banned for the most part now, but I could see a future where we have recreational psychedelics. And I'd actually say that's probably not the worst thing. Now, certainly things like heroin, PCP, harder substances like that, yeah, those probably shouldn't be legalized, but it wouldn't be a total loss if they were. Anything that takes money out of gangs' pockets isn't all bad. Also, the alcohol prohibition was wildly poorly and unevenly executed. I would have to refresh my my knowledge of the Prohibition era. I've watched History Oversimplified's video on Prohibition a few months back, but admittedly that's probably not a sufficient covering of the period and the policies. I do know that Prohibition is what turned Chicago into a shithole. Oh shit, I forgot to go to the inn and buy the power berry. I better do that. Hopefully I can still get in. Nope, it's locked. Alright, we're gonna have to wait till next Saturday. Okay, we're gonna have to ask the harvest sprites to do some harvesting work for us. Aqua and Stayed for the harvesting. And then we did green and yellow, so we're going to do orange and red for the water. I will say this: if you want to ban something, the best way to ban it is to make it not like a legal ban, but culturally taboo. Social shaming is infinitely more effective at enforcing bans than a government will ever be. Allowing unassimilated migrants, Italians, to self-segregate into no-go mafia zones was the problem. I agree with that, yeah. There's a lot of talk right now on Twitter about banning porn. Some want it just off of Twitter, which I can understand. If Twitter is meant to be the digital public square, then porn would be obscenity. The problem is, it works a bit differently than in real life. My thought on the matter is, maybe it is not necessarily... Oh god, how do I articulate this? I have it in my brain, I just can't get it into words. The problem with porn on the internet is that you're never going to get it off the internet completely, and a blanket ban on pornography is really fucking stupid. It would not end well. Especially if it was, like, signed into law in some sense. Age verification actually makes sense, but the way you need to go about it is you need to make someone pay for the material. Because those... are you at least are you 18? That don't do shit. I know, I speak from experience. I clicked yes on those when I was 16. I'm a renegade. It just makes more sense to not let kids and teenagers have access to the internet until they're old enough to, like, go on there responsibly. Depending on what state you live in, that might be as old as 18, it might be as old as 16. That doesn't matter to me. Oh, yep. That chicken we hit with the scythe is sick and dying. I keep saying the internet was a mistake. Yeah. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think the internet has done the world a wonder of good. Though it has certainly had its drawbacks. Now, are you the sick chicken? What about you? Yep, okay. Healthy chicken again. The thing about finding content on Twitter that you find objectionable is you can block it. My policy for internet has always been why mandate why mandate content rules when individual curation will always work just fine. Do I have all the... Nope. There we go. Now, you can be against porn for ideological reasons, and I completely get that. In fact, we're probably on the same side there. The problem is, the world as it is demands that we be pragmatic with how we implement our ideas. Because the world isn't a perfect place. Okay, I better go to the Harvest Sprite's hut, or I'm gonna miss this. Purple, red, blue, chocolate, honey. That's missing some. Yeah, that. That's 6. There we go. Because the people looking to push porn will not respect the self-curation. Like any business, they want their product in front of as many people as possible. Well, I'm not thinking about it from, like, an industrial perspective. The industry, it's... Oh, fuck's sakes. Shit, alright. Fuck. Okay, we're going there first thing tomorrow. What was I saying? Yeah, as an industry, I mean, it's pretty well regulated already. You don't see ads for porn outside of porn sites. If you look at it, but if you're talking about independent creators who are making, like, not safe for work drawings, I mean, why ban it when blocking will suffice? The internet is already heavily driven by algorithms. If you block stuff, or you don't go looking for stuff, you're not gonna see it. Get off my lawn! It'll be sunny tomorrow, good. Now, I did say we're going to the Harvest Sprites first thing. Let me check if the corn's ready. Excuse me. Nope, not yet.
also seen some people argue we need to bring back blasphemy laws. It's like, to my knowledge, the U.S. has never had those, and rightly so. It would be unconstitutional to have such laws. I don't know what to tell you. Catholic Twitter is weird, man. I want to like the Catholics, because Rick is a very respectable Catholic. I have a great deal of admiration for Catholicism because of him. But when I go on Catholic Twitter, it's just brain rot all the way down. That's not to say there isn't brain rot in the Protestant circles as well. I went on YouTube last night and watched a few Christian videos, and now I'm getting, like, conspiracy theory level stuff from Christian channels, talking about Nephilim and the Antichrist and Illuminati and shit. Most people don't know this, but the Eye of Providence is not an evil symbol. It was designed to act as a reminder that even kings and emperors were watched by God and would be judged by him. There we go. We've gotten our help from the Harvest Sprites squared away. The problem with conspiracy theory YouTube, or conspiracy theorists in general, is nobody actually looks into, like, the historical groups behind conspiracy theories, or the real-world events that inspired conspiracy theories. Like, the Trilateral Commission isn't really all that sinister. It's actually pretty boring. It was just made to set up trade between Japan, the Western Europe, and the United States. The all-seeing eye isn't really a symbol of the Illuminati. We already went over that one. Now, the Freemasons are an interesting group, because I would not be surprised to learn that the Freemasons actually put out conspiracy theories as a smokescreen to misdirect people away from the actually shady shit that Freemasons have done. There's a state in the U.S. where it's illegal to hold political office if you're a Freemason because of a murder that was tied to a group of Masons as the perpetrators. And I don't remember which state that is, but if I can find the story about it again, I will definitely post it, because it's interesting. The Illuminati aren't really a thing anymore after they got rooted out of Bavaria. And the worst thing about them is that they were an anti-monarchic group. They were actually a bunch of Republicans. They wanted to set up a republic, but they got stomped out by the monarchy in Bavaria. And the Knights Templar, the actual historical Knights Templar, did nothing fucking wrong. It's just that the King of France didn't want to pay them, and so he declared them as heretics, tortured them into false confessions, and had them executed. Here's the problem with the libertarian argument on allowing the sale of everything. It assumes the current system is free market. It's not. Corporations with the financial and technical power of nations and the ability to produce, market, and distribute at an industrial scale being answerable to no one is not a free market. You're right. And those corporations wouldn't be that large without government subsidies and bailouts and protections and regulations. If we deregulated the current markets that we have, I guarantee you that a bunch of the corporations would go under. Oh, okay, we're out of water. Gotta go refill the can. I like to joke that I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm a conspiracy analyst. Like, do I think that chemtrails are a real thing? Well, considering the military-industrial complex has a hard-on for anything that it can market and use to kill people, I wouldn't be surprised if chemtrails were real, and if we could get a chemical weapon that was disguised as jet fuel and we could use it in wars, I would absolutely believe that the government would try to develop it in secret. Do I think it'd be stupid enough to test it out on its own population, which is where the tax money comes from? Not so much. Conspiracy theories are dying because they keep coming true. Yeah, that too. That's also why I don't call myself a conspiracy theorist, but a conspiracy analyst. because they've been right so many times. Shit. There we go. Now are you chickens? Oh, it's Monday and we forgot to go to confession. Whoops. The government wouldn't do that to its own people. I'm not saying that they wouldn't do it, I'm just saying it'd be retarded to do it because that's where the tax money comes from. MK Ultra, okay, yeah. MK Ultra and Tuskegee experiments kind of point against that, so I'll give you that one. Agent Orange. Yeah, but that was on active military personnel. They're cannon fodder, so it actually is, it's less surprising that they would do that. The Tuskegee experiments and MK Ultra, though, were just straight retarded. And then you have Waco and Ruby Ridge. Although that's less a conspiracy and more a case of blatant retardation on the part of the ATF. Project Mockingbird? I'm trying to remember, what was Project Mockingbird? Operation Northwoods. That's another one I don't know much about. I'm gonna oversleep, but fuck it, we ball. It's not like I don't do that in real life. Yeah, that tracks. It's gonna be sunny tomorrow, good. We need that. Blue and chocolate, red, and honey for the orange Sprite. Mockingbird was to allow the CIA to directly air propaganda to Americans on TV. What was the one where the CIA wanted to plan terrorist attacks, blame them on Cuba to justify going to war? It happened during, like, the Cold War, I think. That one was Northwoods? Okay. Yeah, thankfully the, oh god, was that the Kennedy administration that shot that one down? That was good. Hey, little buddy. Got something for you. Fuck. Okay, good. No chickens in the way. I can safely dispose of the weed. Until they took care of Kennedy. Man, it's a shame the Democrats of today are nothing like Kennedy. If we could get Democrats that were more Kennedy and Andrew Jackson, I might vote for the Democrats then. But that's never gonna happen. Now where's the dark blue Sprite? Don't know how many of you guys saw this, but apparently the U.S. government is now offering letters of marque to people who want to take on the cartels out at sea. Oh, telling everyone that Saddam definitely had WMD. Saddam had WMDs. That was a good one. Yeah. My take on 9/11 is that the Bush administration allowed the crisis to happen so that they could push for all the crazy shit, like the Patriot Act, war with the Middle East. I scoff and laugh at the people who say that the Bush administration was directly responsible for 9/11, but the administration definitely allowed it to happen. Every time you think government wouldn't do something, go watch Wendigoon video. Yeah, Wendigoon is fucking based. And supposedly Wendigoon is responsible for the creation of the Boogaloo Boys, which is infinitely hilarious to me. At least that's what Reddit says, but Reddit's, like, retarded, so there's an 80% chance that's not true. But I kind of hope it is, because it'd be really funny. Yeah, that was Isra. No, from what I understand, that was the Saudi Arabians, actually, that sponsored the terrorist group that attacked the towers. Of course, we get our oil from there, so oh no, we can't do that. Can't put Saudi Arabia in fucking check. We get our oil cut off. Now, fuck you. If only our government was not gay and retarded, that would be nice. By those Israelis sure like to dance. I know what you're talking about, and I'm pretty sure it's bullshit. Now, what Israel has done that's pretty fucking shady was, if I remember correctly, they stole U.S. nuclear codes in, like, was it the 70s or the 80s? I forget. Stole our nukes, yes. And the USS Liberty. Yes, but there was a, they issued an apology for the USS Liberty. Apparently that was a misunderstanding. Do we have all the milk? Yes. Well, it definitely was not. It would be interesting to pit you versus Rick in a discussion of the USS Liberty on the To Be Continued podcast. I would pay to see that. The fight audio came out in 2015. Oh, did it? I was not aware of that. They fucking knew. Ah. Wait, why did I do that? I wanted to check if I had all the room, which I do. Hey chat, what do you call a Jewish furniture store? IKEA. And again, I'm Jewish, so I can make those jokes. We had our family had a DNA test done, and Mom came back like 0.5% Ashkenazi Jew, which means that I am Jewish by descendancy, so... Because the way it works there is it transfers down the mother's bloodline. Which would mean if I had kids, they would not be Jewish, but if my sister were to have kids, which, God forbid, because she is cognitively impaired and would not be able to take care of them... Little orange dude, got some honey for you. There we go. You still pass by Nuremberg code for 0.5% ain't shit. Nah, they'd exterminate me for different reasons, because I have autism, and we can't have that. Now we have all the eggs. Perfect. Did we interact with all the chickens? This is... My entire Twitch is such a shitpost. Guy pretends to be Time Lord while talking about conspiracy theories and playing old Game Boy Advance games about farming. What even is this channel at this point? Well, it's a good way to keep the normies out at the very least. Maybe that's why I haven't taken off, because I am just such a bizarre because I have such a bizarre channel. I genuinely like Rick as far as I know him, and I don't question his integrity, but his working understanding under the Daily Wire means that he couldn't possibly be open and honest about Israel. Yeah, and he's never worked for the Daily Wire. He's like been a guest on their podcasts as like a fan listener, but that's the extent of it. I think that he's naive about Israel. I don't think that his beliefs about Israel come from a place of disingenuousness. Oh, I thought he was a contributor. No, not at all. He had mentioned that he would like to be, but that's like having a kid who reads Game Informer and likes video games and wants to work there. My favorite post on my Twitter right now is I hate Valentine's Day like Kanye hates the Jews. Because I genuinely despise Valentine's Day. Now, I saw one of those schizo Christian channels on YouTube last night saying Valentine's Day is satanic. I think to myself, lol, I don't abstain from Valentine's Day because I'm a Christian. I abstain from Valentine's Day because because I'm bitter and I'm lonely. I will acknowledge, I give off incel vibes, but by definition, I can't be an incel because I've done stuff sexually. I have a sexual history to speak of. So by definition, I can't be an incel, but I'll acknowledge that I give off incel, I have incel takes from time to time. Although I would argue they're not so much incel as much as they are MGTOW. But I wouldn't argue if someone wanted to say you're just being pedantic and why split hairs at that point. I'd be like, eh. The funny thing about that is, my dating experiences have all been great. I've ended all my relationships amicably. I've never had a falling out with a girl. The only reason I have these takes... Did you see his Twitter rant before he got shut down again? And his Super Bowl ad? No, I did not, actually. Because I don't follow the Super Bowl. I looked up Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl thing at the halftime show because everyone was talking shit about it. But Kanye, it was like, it's just another Tuesday. The man's unhinged. The sky is blue. What do you want me to say about it? But, where was I going with this? Actually, yeah, you know what? Let's check out Kanye's Super Bowl ad so I can give you guys a breakdown of it.
And it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is, I want you to go to easy.com, YEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
Kanye definitely has bipolar. Alright, let's see what happens. His clothes site has one product on a swastika t-shirt. Oh no! See, I think that's really funny. Would I buy it? No, because I would never wear it. But it's really funny. Like, oh my god, he actually had the gall to do it. That's what's funny about it. It's funny not because of the subject matter, but because of how transgressive it is. Because I have the brain of a cat, apparently. It might have changed by now. Well, I couldn't get the page to load, unfortunately. It was only like 20 bucks. God, I wish I got one. I'm not sure what's more based. The fact that I got Omen Black Air Force Ones for Christmas one year, or if I were to get him the Kanye shirt that you mentioned. That's a collector's item. That it is. Oh, and we missed confessional again. Because I'm an idiot, apparently. the blue dude. This is for you. And, there's the other one. We have 198,618 gold. Oh yeah, but back on my back on dating. The reason I have such cynical, off-the-cuff takes about dating and women is largely because I've seen my mom get divorced 3 times, and because dating apps are incredibly shallow and all about looks. Oh yeah, store is nuked. Oh, that explains why it didn't load. Same, and I'm married. I feel like I was lied to about how relationships work. Yeah. Well, I mean, in a sense, we were all lied to. Men were told the lie of traditionalism, while women were sold the lie of feminism. What? Oh, that's purple. Am I colorblind? I keep doing it. I keep doing the same fucking thing. Well, and also that you're equal partners, but you need to do everything possible to keep her happy. Yeah, that's bullshit. If we're equal partners, then we should both be working equally hard to keep each other happy. That's why I've completely forgone the idea of equality in marriage and relationships and embraced traditionalism. The man is the protector and the provider, the woman is the homemaker. Things tend to work out a lot better when we follow that equation. It worked for hundreds of years, I don't see why it wouldn't work now. That said, that's not an excuse or a reason to treat your partner like crap. If you're condescending, arrogant, demeaning, that marriage ain't gonna last, and rightly so. We're called to love our spouses as God loves the church. Alright, sunny day tomorrow. Perfect. What's the status of the field? Okay, did the corn grow? Nope, we're still missing some. Holy shit, how did that not injure the cow? Whatever, I'm happy. The church is so much of what we've lost as a culture that passage wouldn't make sense to most people today, I think. Unfortunately, you're right. And hell, even the church today has issues. Like, I've seen a lot of Christian men talking about how church isn't for them because it only appeals to women. And when they bring up the points, I wish I could remember the specifics. I think to myself, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Modern contemporary worship music is cancer. I mean, most worship songs in Protestant churches are soft rock and have Jesus is my boyfriend energy, which needs to be abolished. I have too many doctrinal disagreements to consider myself a Catholic. I should take that question to Rick. If prayer is not worship, why was the devil trying to tempt me to pray to the stars? Well, I just was about to say that, yeah. JC is my BF. Yeah. It's cringe and it must stop. I think that's partly why Christian metal appeals to me so much that I put it in the worship roster. That and OC Supertones. That's not metal. That's like ska or reggae. Maybe rap if you want to be charitable. Rap doesn't have to suck. I've heard good rap before. Crown and the Mob comes to mind. It's just that a lot of rap sucks. But there's gems. Christian rap could go really hard, come to think of it. I appreciate Christian music that gets really visceral on the acknowledgement of one's sin. Mirror of Souls from Theocracy comes to mind. That's a good one. Thing is, it's like 9 minutes long. Not saying that I don't appreciate it. I'm just saying you can't use it because it's too long. It would take up the entire worship service. Absolution Day is pretty damn good. Oh, did I already get all the cheese? Okay. Red. Five Iron Frenzy is a great Christian ska band. I'll have to check them out. A lot of people don't talk about this, but DMX actually started writing some gospel rap when, later on in his career. I'll just give this to you. This is for you. What are we at with the yellow dude? Ah! I am, like, sitting the wrong way. I get the sense that if I were to suggest Onward Christian Soldiers at the worship meetings for my church, I would get looked at like I sprouted a third arm. That song goes fucking hard. The only explanation I can think of is cowardice. People are afraid to be militant for God in this day and age. Well, establishment folks are. The head of your church is not going to be. The heads of churches seem to be afraid to be militant for God. A lot of young men who are, like, still finding their way in Christianity, you see a lot of online discourse, and I'm sure that a bunch of them would be all for that. I posted one of my favorite songs in the music room. I'll check it out. Actually, you know what? We'll pause. Put it on in the background as we're doing this. PA system, music room, here we go. On Distant Shores by Five Iron Frenzy. Let's adjust the mixer. Bass.
So deep by life and cold despair, and brittle bones were broken far beyond repair. Higher level lies so deep, the truth may never find. at the front of the line for the card-carrying highbrow with both eyes fastened. I get unscarred from the fight, running at full tilt, my sword pulled from its hilt. It's funny how these days can slip away. Our frail deeds to last will wave goodbye. It's funny how the hope will bleed away. The citadels we build and fortify. Goodbye, I came and I broke my stride. I swallowed hard but never cried. We grace was easy to forget. Had denounced the hypocrites, casting first stones, killing my own. And now when I'd scared my blind eyes, and I stood battered but more wise, fighting through its shallow nights, shaking free from crippling weights. When rebellion sons of pain had clawed my way to you at last, and on my knees I wept at your feet. I finally believed that you still love me. Healing hands of God, have mercy on our unclean souls once again. Jesus Christ, light of the world, burning bright within our hearts forever. Freedom means love without condition, without our beginning nor an end. Here's my heart, let it be forever yours. Only you can make every new day seem so new.
I can see why you like them. That's good music right there. Can't hear it without crying. I know what that's like. I'm sure if I analyzed the lyrics, it would move me more too. I have to hear a song several times before I understand the lyrics for certain things. But Come As You Are by Crowder. I can't hear that one. I can't hear without breaking up. Shit, I didn't mean to drop that egg. It's the line, I hit my knees and finally believe that you still love me. Yeah, I can see why that would. I can see why that would do it. I don't know if you were there for the Branch Brothers episode where I talked about this, but when I was younger, I sent sexually harassing messages to a girl on an MMO that I was playing, and that was something so evil I couldn't even process that I had done it until after the fact, and like about 2 years ago, one night I just broke it haunted me for many years, and then back around the time we first started Branch Brothers, one night I was sitting in my bed praying, and I just wept, and I said, God, I don't care what happens to me. Please just bring peace to the soul of that woman that I've wronged. And God's answer to me was, what you've done is most severe. Only because of the sincerity of your penance are you forgiven. And I curse myself for not having heeded God's warning, because he tried to tell me what I was about to do, and to not do it, and I didn't listen. I, in fact, told him I don't care. And... oh, God. There was a portion of my life where I thought, that's it, I'm going to hell. There's no coming back from this. To learn that even an evil like that could be forgiven, that the only evil that can't be, the only unforgivable sin is the one you refuse to let God forgive you for, it's calling it life-changing, calling it transformative, does a disservice to how to the magnitude of that realization and the significance of it. God is a radically forgiving being, and I am in awe of his mercy. I will say this. That's part of what motivates me to be so forthcoming with who I am. Better to be upfront with my past and the questionable decisions that I've made, so that there's no surprises should someone stumble across me and I end up getting big. Totally, I struggle with with faith every day, and even just thinking that I could be forgiven. Yeah, it's funny how that verse works. When you first hear about the unforgivable sin, most people's reaction is, oh man, I hope I haven't done that. And then when you find out what that is, well... when you find out the 4 interpretations of that verse, because there's 4 different common interpretations of the unforgivable sin. It's liberating, almost. There's a quote by a pastor whose name escapes me at the moment. I saw it on like Twitter, I think. And the quote was, if we could lose our salvation, we absolutely would. I don't believe in once saved, always saved. I think that we can lose our salvation by cutting ourselves off from God and refusing to change our hearts about it. But I mean, that's something we have to go out of our way to do. It's not something that can happen by accident or by happenstance. And that's really reassuring to think about, actually. How much gold do we have now? 217,748. We're a long ways from buying the vacation home in town. Let's go foraging. Funny, I did not expect us to get like this this deep in conversation when gaming today. I'm here for it though. How much are we carrying? 4 items? Okay. Back on politics and current events, I gotta say, it's been really funny seeing the cope from the Swifties about Taylor Swift getting booed at the Super Bowl. That's pretty funny. They have been getting so ass mad about it. Like some of them were saying that that it was faked that Trump got cheered on the Jumbotron. That's how I see it. Christ knows we're going to sin again, but it's the struggle to be more Christ-like that's important. Take up your cross and I die daily come to mind. Yeah. And another reassuring verse, there is no condemnation for those in Christ Jesus. Just one more Orange Man bad? Yeah. I mean, it's kind of sad how delusional people on the left are. Having suffered from delusions myself, it's not helpful. It's not healthy. Oh man, my head itches. Alright, what's tomorrow gonna bring? Sunny skies, I like it. Let's get that power berry. Great stream, but it's after midnight and I'm crashing. Alright, well you have a good night, Lazy. I'm probably gonna call it within the next, after this day myself. Thanks for being here, though. It's been good talking. You know, I don't make it to the streams that often, but it's always good timing when I do. Yeah. You really liven up the chat when you are able to make it. Good night. Good night to you too, Lazy. Nope, we're missing two. Nope, already got him. Fuck. Okay, that wasn't it. There's one. That's two. We have all the milk now. let's go to the inn and buy that power berry. That's that taken care of. Now, how many days do I have the harvest rights working for me still? 3 days for harvesting and 3 days for watering. Okay. Man, it's a shame that What If Alt Hist had to go off the deep end. He made interesting content. He is a great example of why you should never ever do psychedelics. Him and Blink, actually. Blink fried his brain too, unfortunately. Blink used to make great videos. I don't really see much out of Blink these days. I wonder if he's still doing content. How much did we make today? Okay, so we made enough to make up for the, oh, we made 20,000 gold today. That's very good. We spent 10,000, so we got a net profit of 10,000 gold. Nope, didn't mean to come in here. We'll just keep taking the forageables back to our fridge. How long have we been at this for? About 2 hours? Okay. Alright, we will save the game and find somebody who's live that we can raid. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. You guys have been fantastic. The question is, who is live that we know? Sunny day tomorrow, perfect.